Thank you for watching. I'm a little late today because I had scheduled this live last week, but then just now there was a tornado warning and the electricity and Wi-Fi went out, but it came back on and we're clear. So I want to go ahead and share with you today's lessons on 15 ways that you can leverage a book to bring in more income for you. Because it's not about just writing one book and having it on a shelf and that's it. You're going to use this book like a magnificent tool that keeps on giving back to you for years to come. The amazing thing about a book is that you write it once and then you keep on getting the benefit of it. You keep on getting the benefit of it over and over and over again. Books sell while you sleep. That's what's so fantastic about a book, is that it never stops. Your book is on Amazon doing what it does even when you are going about your regular life. It will be an ambassador for you. Let your book be an ambassador for you. Here are 15 ways. If you take the time and effort and invest that into this one project of finishing your book, it will pay you back in spades. The first way that you can use a book to leverage more income for you, number one, you can use it as a free plus shipping lead magnet. One popular thing that authors, coaches, speakers, influencers are doing is using their book as a free plus shipping lead magnet, meaning that on your social media or marketing to your email list or with Facebook or Google ads, you're going to advertise your book for free, that you'll send it to potential clients and people who are interested in you for free they just pay shipping. And what that does is it brings people onto your email list. So and with that strategy, you would not be putting this book anywhere else on Amazon or in bookstores. So see, it's very limiting to think, I just really want to see my book one day in Barnes and Noble. Well, that's sometimes that's such an enticing thing to think about. But people buy your book at Barnes and Noble, and you have no way to stay in contact with them, and they will not turn into clients. So try a free plus shipping lead magnet to bring in more leads, and forget about Barnes and Noble. Forget about the bookshelf. Just let it be that people engage with you, and then you can stay in contact with them and continue serving them and helping them and giving them value. Then they'll turn into clients. The second way that you can use a book, that you can leverage your book to bring in more income, is as a free audiobook lead magnet. You can offer your book as a free audiobook lead magnet, and then people don't even have to pay the shipping fee, but they value audiobooks. We know that audiobooks are even more expensive than books. And you can bring in clients with the value of a free audiobook. There's several ways to do that. One of them, you could just read it on YouTube or on a podcast. That's one way that you can get your message out there when you write a book and leverage it. But I guess that in those two cases, you would not be able to keep in touch with them. So if you want it as a lead magnet, it has to be something that you offer from a landing page in exchange for their email address. The third way to leverage a book to bring in more income for you is it's basically a paid business card. How many business cards do you keep up with today? Just be honest. When someone gives you a business card, do you lose it immediately? Do you keep it for a while and then you're like, why do I even have this? And you don't keep up. You may even forget who the person was who gave it to you. But I tell you what, you never throw away a book easily. You might get rid of a book, but not easily. In fact, it's the one thing that we don't just trash. When we want to give it away, when we want to get rid of it, not have it in our home anymore, we take care of books, don't we? We'll take it to half price books, or we'll take it to Goodwill or thrift stores. That's how much we value books. When was the last time that you tried to hold on to a business card and take it to Goodwill, or hold on to it and offer it in a garage sale? You don't. You just throw it straight in the trash. So it has no ongoing life. A business card has no ongoing life. But books, you will continue giving that book life. And if let's say a client passes your book onward, sells it in a garage sale, let's just say, well, the next person that you never met who who comes up to the garage sale, or comes up to the thrift store, or comes up to half price books, that person then becomes your future potential client. So it's amazing. Plus, somebody who takes that book is paying for it generally. And guess what? That is the first step to a larger conversion, to a bigger conversion, is the little conversion of buying a book. And who knows but that one day they will see your book on their shelf. If they keep it, even if they didn't read it, they'll put it on their shelf. And who knows but that one day, just at the right time, they'll read it and realize that they want to connect with you in a deeper way. So the fourth way that you can leverage a book to bring you more income is as a client preparation tool. The other day, I was talking to a lawyer who said he was interested in writing a book with me because a lot of the time, the clients that he works with, they spend so much time going over the basics that he wishes they knew, so before they could actually get down to the business of the reason that they hired him. He said, I would love it if I had a client preparation tool that I could help these people learn the basics, because I've written a book and I can give them this book and say, read this and bring these documents, the documents that I explained to you in this book, make sure you bring them and have them ready when you come into my office, because then you'll be prepared and our time together will be so highly effective. That way he's delivering so much more value to those clients. And in the end, they end up using him for more and more things because they are getting value out of their time with him. So the fifth way to leverage, I'm sorry, I'm distracted because I'm seeing comments in my thread on YouTube that are inappropriate. I'm not quite sure how to delete them in the middle of a live. I'll just go back in and delete them later. But hey, if you are a high quality person who's not spamming me with inappropriate comments, will you do me a favor and just counteract the negativity with something good and drop a positive comment below? That would mean a lot to me. If you counteract the negativity by dropping a positive comment below, the world we live in. Okay, so moving on. The fifth way that you can leverage a book to bring in more income for you is to use it as a textbook or workbook for coaching. So are you a coach? Are you someone who engages with clients and takes them through a process, a proven step-by-step method that you endorse to get certain results? Well, you can make your book an exclusive value add for hiring you as a coach. When people hire you as a coach, then they get the workbook. It's not available anywhere else. But they can work through the workbook in their time in the coaching package with you. It's a no-brainer for a new client to hear from you that they get the value of coaching with you on a regular basis and self-coaching through your exclusive workbook in between those coaching sessions. Number 6, The sixth way to leverage a book to bring in more income with you is as a low ticket downsell. So if you have pitched a client to be a speaker at their conference, or if you have pitched a client to work with them in one-on-one or group coaching, and if for whatever reason they passed on that offer, then immediately you can offer them the downsell of your book. Of course, the best way to work with you is always directly. But for those who, for whatever reason, choose to wait, they can then get your book as a lower ticket downsell. One thing that I coached someone on the other day is she's a counselor, a therapist, and she just has a heart for serving everyone she can. And she said, some people can't even afford to work with me. They can't afford a weekly therapist. And I have such a heart. I want to serve, but there's only so many hours in the day that I can do pro bono work. And I said, you know what you need is a book, because everyone can afford a book. How do we know? Because there are long lines at fast food restaurants all the time. There are people who would never be able to afford a therapist on a regular basis, but they're still spending $15 on a fast food meal. And if they'll spend $15 on a fast food meal, they will be able to spend $15 on a high quality book. So of course, it's best to come to therapy with you, but if they can't, can they get started? Because your content and your teaching and your insight is in your book. She loved that idea. So number 7, the way to leverage your book for income is it's an easy add-on, upsell, or order bump. So when you are offering a package of any kind, tickets to event, whatever it is, if you program your sales software to add on an upsell or order bump, a book is so enticing for a future customer because usually they want to get started right away. If they buy a ticket to an event that's maybe 90 days away or 2 weeks away, they'll get the book sooner if they add on that bump or upsell and they want to get started right away. Or if they've gotten on your wait list for your coaching package and they add on or paid to be on your wait list for your coaching package, and they add on the bump or upsell of your book, they love being able to get started right away. And you wouldn't want to miss that opportunity to start the wheels turning for their transformation. Number 8, way to leverage a book to bring in more income for you is as a fast action bonus. If you sell on webinars or in challenges or in 5-day trainings or however you sell online, you already know the importance of urgency and scarcity to help your clients make a decision and take action quickly. Well, a fast action bonus that is physical, that they can actually get in their hands and hold it, that is always going to be a huge benefit to them. So I'm sure you're used to offering fast action bonuses that are maybe a little course, a mini course, or a cheat sheet or a checklist or those kind of things. Nothing will increase your sales like being able to hold up a physical product that you will send them in the mail if they act fast and sign up immediately. You want that fast action bonus at your fingertips. The 9th way to leverage a book to bring in more income for you is to sell it at the back of the room. If you are a speaker and you do not currently have a back of the room table every time you speak, then you are leaving at least $2,000 or $3,000 on the table every time you walk away. Every time you speak, You should have a back of the room table. When I speak, I have not one book, not two books. I have several here sitting with me. I have here's just three. There's three more that I bring to a speaking engagement. I have every topic out for people to be able to go deeper with me, because if they've heard me speak and they want to know more about my story and how I survived a stroke and became Texas Teacher of the Year, I point them to this book. Oh, whoops. That's odd. It looks like my computer is flipping out. I don't know, sending me warning messages. If they're interested in my topic because they're grieving or whatever it is, I point them to this book. If they want to learn how to write a book, I point them to this book. I mean, when you have back of the table offerings, you're then able to bring your audience deeper. Because when you speak, you may have 30 minutes, may have 45 minutes to help an audience and give them what they need in that moment. But then what happens is they walk away and they don't remember, because our lives are busy. And maybe if you're lucky, they will take away 2 or 3 nuggets from your talk. But if they have come to the back of the table and taken home one of your books, then they really have a connection with you. They can go deeper, and you want them to have that. You want them to hold on to the transformation that they had when they were in your presence at the speaking event. So give them a chance to do that. Give them a chance to go deeper with you and with your message, and enjoy seeing more of your story, hearing more of your story, encountering more of your wisdom and insight. Don't just leave them with what you can give them from a stage and with a mic. So get that back in the room table. You don't, like I said, that will always deliver, even if you only have one book. I showed you that I bring 4, 5, 6 books with me in stacks. Even when I'm speaking out of state, I send those books ahead of me to the hotel where I'm staying so that I can have them ready at the back of the room. And even if you only have one book, you're still leaving thousands of dollars if you walk out of the room without selling a book. So you got to have that back of the table, back of the room table. People expect it nowadays. They expect that there will be a back of the room table so that they can encounter you, hug your neck. That's my favorite part of when I speak, is getting to greet people and leave messages for them in the book. I love to sign them with personal messages. So the 10th way that you can leverage a book to bring in more income, and if you're just tuning in on Facebook, the place where you can get this full teaching is YouTube. So I'm on YouTube Live right now and Facebook Live over here. And if you want the full teaching on Facebook, get over to YouTube after you finish watching this and you'll get the beginning part. But the 10th way that you can leverage a book to bring in more income for you is as a round out package for a speaking contract. So a lot of times when you're negotiating for a speaking contract, maybe you're thinking that you're going to come and speak, let's say, to a school. A lot of times I've spoken to schools or school districts or universities. And when I come to those schools, a lot of times when you're looking to find the price for your speaking engagement, you can seal their confidence in hiring you by saying, part of my package is that every member of your audience will get my book. So yes, you can have that back of the room book table, but you could also use a book to round out your speaking package and say, every member of your audience is going to get my book today. When you bring me, I will bring exactly the number of books you need. Well, that is such a value add for the asking organization who wants you to come speak for them. Such a value add. They absolutely love it when they can not only give their audience the gift of your speaking, but they can give them the gift of your physical book. The 11th way that you can leverage a book to bring in more income for you is as an extension for deeper learning. Like I said, audiences want to go deeper with you. So anyone who encounters you, the other day I was at a dinner party. Actually, it was just with friends, but they were new friends. So a few I knew, others I did not. And at that dinner, we were talking about our stories and listening. And this is what I noticed: almost everybody, I felt like I wanted to know them more. And we made plans to maybe meet again and get to know one another. But I had the easiest way for them to get to know me. I said, I want to stay in touch, definitely. But if you want to know more about the story I just told you, I do have this book as well. So even in personal connections, people can find out more about you and your character in a book. That means that when people have that opportunity for deeper learning and to get to know your character better, they're more likely to hire you for jobs or for contract work or to recommend you to a friend, because it doesn't have to be awkward. Like I said, with number 3, you can use your book as a business card. Well, that's a personal connecting tool as well, so that the people you meet anywhere can then they're not likely to take your business card and hand it to a friend, but they may take your book and hand it to a friend. So that opportunity for an extension of deeper learning. And that blends into number 12, an easy share tool. So why I wrote my book in the first place, my first book, is when I was traveling as a speaker, and I would speak before audiences, and I would share my story of surviving a stroke and becoming a classroom teacher. And when I would get off the stage, and I didn't have a back of the room table, but I would stand at the back of the room and hug people. I would just say, I'm available to hug your neck at the end. I want to talk to you. I could answer any questions. I'm here to serve the rest of the day until I have to leave for my flight. And so I would get off stage and eventually go to the back of the room and stand by the door just to say goodbye to people as they exited. And so many times people said, how can I tell my friend your story? How can I give my mom a copy of this talk? How can I share what I learned today? And they said, where's your book? They were asking for my book. They wanted my book. So I had to say, I got to write one, because people need a share tool. And yeah, people can share videos and people can share links. That's one thing. But do they give a YouTube link as a gift? No. But they can give a book as a gift. People can give a book as a gift. They can wrap it, put a bow on it, and use it as a share tool that is much more meaningful. When you want it's the level of contact that you want with people. Yes, they can share your YouTube links. That's great, but they're not going to wrap it up in wrapping paper and tie a ribbon around it. They'll text it to one another. So it has value, but not as much value, perceived value, as a book. This is a thing that they'll actually give for a birthday or Christmas gift. So you want that leverage for your income, is to have a thing that people value enough to share as a gift. Number 13, the 13th way to leverage your book for more income in your in your business altogether, is as a pitch tool. So if you're pitching to, let's say, a radio show, if you're pitching to a television station, if you're pitching to a potential client to speak, whatever the pitching that you're doing, whatever offer you're making, believe me, it is a game changer to send a book as well. With your cover letter, with your offer, to include your book it immediately up levels your pitch from every other pitch that they have received, because other people won't be sending. Like I said, it is value to have a book. They immediately esteem you higher, and they are thankful for the book. Even if immediately they don't stop and read it, they'll consider you for that engagement or future engagements when you use your book as a pitch tool. It will make you more money. Number 14, the 14th way to leverage your book to get more money in your business is as the ultimate thank you card. When anyone has worked with you, send your book as a thank you card. Share with them, this was a meaningful time we spent together, or this was very helpful to me. I'd love for you to have this copy of my book. It connects you with that other person. It doesn't have to come across as awkward, and it allows them to have another way to stay in contact with you. If you just send somebody a text, do you stay on their mind? If you send somebody an email, thank you, do you stay on their mind? But if you send them a package in snail mail with a handwritten note or signed on the inside, that is the kind of thank you that will stay with them. It just is a game changer to send a book instead of just a text or email or even a voicemail as a thank you, because those are gone. They're gone like that. But a book will stay on the hall table or the kitchen table or the bedside table. It will stay there, and you will stay top of mind for that person. And the 15th way to leverage your book for more income, you can use your book as a gift or pro bono option. A lot of times I've had people who wanted to work with me, and I felt the Holy Spirit. I listen to the Holy Spirit when I am out and about, when I'm engaging with people. And a lot of times he will say, I want this to be pro bono. Well, you only have so many pro bono hours in the day. Just like when I was talking about that therapist who talked with me about writing a book earlier in this presentation. She only had so many pro bono hours to give during the day or the week. Well, when you have a book and the Holy Spirit says, give this book to just that person, it is such a joy to be able to give them something that does not require extra time for you. And yes, sometimes God does prompt my heart to give a coaching package, but this is something he prompts me to give more often. I keep books in my car. I keep books with me because I never know if I'm going to meet someone and the Lord says, like this book here that's specifically about loss and grief. A lot of times he said, share this with that person. And you have that gift, that pro bono option that when the Spirit moves you, you can give it. So there are the 15 ways that you can leverage a book to bring in more income for you. And what I want you to know is the ultimate way to leverage a book for more income for you is just having the Amazon cred. You've heard of street cred. Well, we have street cred when, we know how things work on the streets, how it works. Not just in theory, not just from books or textbooks, not just from a classroom, but boots on the ground, how it works. That's street cred. Knowing exactly what to do and when, how to take action. Well, Amazon, and when you have street cred to say, like, I'm actually from this place. I'm actually from this area. I know about this. That is true of Amazon. It's a kind of street cred. It's Amazon cred. When anyone Googles your name and they see that you have a book on Amazon, it immediately elevates you in their eyes and they see you as a person of authority. So that's your bonus. That's not the... I hope these 15 ways to leverage your book for more income were inspiring for you. If you haven't written a book yet, I can help you. If you have written a book, get started using these different ways immediately. And what I'd love for you to do right now to help yourself connect with this topic, to help yourself, just drop a comment. Drop a comment. It helps you because it cements something you've learned. Give me a takeaway. One of the biggest aha moments that you got during this video. Drop it in a comment. That will help you retain the takeaway. Also, it will show me what kind of content is resonating with you. So if you drop a comment, I read every comment. Let me know questions that you want me to cover, things you want me to start talking about. I'm going to be doing videos twice a week that will help you in your business and with your speaking and with your biblical focus as you prosper in the world. As an influencer, speaker, or coach, you're meant to be an author. Step into it. I'm here to help you do that. So drop a comment. Will you please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a live? Because when I see your comments, I'll be able to answer your questions live too. So don't miss the next live. Hit that notification bell. And for others, will you please share this video? If it was meaningful for you, share it on your page so that more people can take advantage of this information and write their own books to leverage them for growth. I'll see you next time. Until then, keep writing.